Today, I'm going to show how you're going to get 147 plus warm leads in 7 days without ever doing cold outreach. This is the power of storytelling. Hey, how's it going? My name is Helmi. I'm a YouTube funnel guy. So first, let's take a look at what we're going to learn in this case study. I'm going to show you the entire process that I use so you can apply my strategy to turn your YouTube views into warm leads on autopilot too. So let's begin. Okay. So my client's lead gen problems and a little bit of his background. So Zakwan, his name, is a financial advisor who earns commissions from recommending insurance and financial planning services. So financial advisors, insurance, property agents, you guys all fall in the same bucket, which is you're selling a commodity. You can't have control of the product. 99% of the time, he always gets rejected by outbound prospects. So his main challenge is inconsistent quality inbound leads. So here's a little bit of backstory. I actually bought insurance from Zakwan and I was really happy with my experience after many years of frustration. And I thought that my struggles of finding good, decent insurance is relatable to other people. So I hatched a plan. Hey, Zakwan, I have a YouTube channel. Why don't I share my story of my frustrations finding insurance and how I eventually stumbled into you and how you solve my problems. Then I'm going to tell my audience if they want something similar, fill out a form. And then I'll pass over that form containing the warm leads to you. You get on a call and try to close the deal. I propose to do a revenue share, so we'll split the profit. He agreed, and here are his results. My client's lead gen results, 146 plus ready to buy leads. Here's what my form looks like with all the hot leads. This is from one YouTube video and one Twitter thread. And these are not just any leads, but these are ready to buy leads, okay? Because inside the form, I asked them, what problems are you currently facing? So let's take a look at some of the answers. I'm 26 male, not satisfied with my medical card. So this is very motivated lead. He's not satisfied. That's a strong emotion. It's very easy to convert this kind of guy. So the second one is looking for my first family insurance, sort of having trust issues with Takaful agents and disappointed with the lack of support from them. This is also a very, very strong emotion. This lead resonated with my story. So they felt like, oh, I'm having the same problem with this guy. I want to contact him so I can have the same solution. So this is also very easy to convert. So the third one here, this guy says, bad agent, pay too much for the coverage. This lead also resonated with my story. That's why they filled out this form. So I passed this form to Zakwan, and then that's his job to close the deal, and then we share the profits. Okay, so clients before and after. So before the YouTube funnel, if he didn't post that day, he gets no leads. So after the YouTube funnel, qualified hot leads DM him quite regularly. Before number 2, the client is a commodity and competing on price. After the YouTube funnel, he's the go-to guy for his prospects. They resonate with your story, they see you as an authority, they go to you. Before number 3, he's relying too much on the Facebook algorithm or any social media algorithm. After the YouTube funnel, YouTube videos with a good story compound views over time with less work. And the final before, the little leads that he had were very low quality. These guys are time wasters. They didn't convert. After the YouTube funnel, leads that come to him, as you saw from the form, they're of high quality, they're ready to buy. Okay, so how does my YouTube funnel works? This is a high-level overview. So the first one is that we have to identify the client's pain points. Second of all, we got to deliver the message in a relatable story, okay? Then we're going to start shooting the YouTube video and go into my content multiplier. So from the YouTube video, we're going to have a blog post. From the blog post, we can have a Twitter thread, and this will maximize your reach. So all of the content here will point the traffic to a registration form. That's your lead opt-in, okay? So this is roughly the overview of how it works. So now it's your turn to get leads. So just follow my 7 steps. So step number 1, the client's pain points. So the biggest mistake in marketing is that a lot of you guys are focusing too much on the selling part. One thing you got to know about people is that we all hate being sold to, okay? So instead, create content that addresses the pain points of your target audience. What are they escaping from? Where do they want to go? What do they fear? What's holding them back? What are their limiting beliefs? So I know that many people have the same issues and fears I had when I'm about to buy insurance. So the 2 common roadblocks they face, including me, are number 1, they fear of getting ripped off by an agent who recommends us unnecessary coverage with high payments. And 2, the fear that once we do get the insurance and something happened, we try to make a claim and they don't want to pay. So these two are really big emotional fears that my prospects clients have. So now let's create content to crush these fears. All right, step number 2, set up your funnel. So before we start creating any content, we need a mechanism to convert the views into leads. So you need a landing page or some sort of form. So your options are, number 1 is ConvertKit, which is an email software you can start for free. Number 2, you can create a form on your website. So in my case, I already have a website and a blog. So I decided to use a form on my WordPress website because it was free and it's pretty quick to set up. So you use whatever works for your situation. So the call to action for all of your content is to tell the audience to fill out that form. So in my case here, I asked them for their name, email, phone, WhatsApp, how can the financial advisor help you, like what products they're looking for, and write a short description of your problems below. So this can help us filter who's serious and who's not, okay? So once you have this set up, we can start crafting your story. All right, step number 3, identify a relatable story. So here's the thing that most businesses lack: storytelling. Why is it so important? Because simply telling your prospects how to do something is super boring. So for example, the message for my story is to don't buy insurance from a property agent, but buy it from a financial advisor. That's my message. But I can't tell people that. That's so boring. It's too salesy. So you got to wrap up that message, deliver it in a way, in a relatable story. So here are some tips for crafting your perfect story. So you got to ask yourself, number 1, is it easy to understand? Can as many people as possible relate to it? Number 3, does it hit their pain points? And number 4, does it end with a happy resolution to their problems? So if it ticks all of the boxes or most of the boxes here, you've got yourself a winner story. But tell me, where do you find good story ideas? I got you. The best source is actually your own experience. Think back to a time when you faced something similar and found a solution that works for you. That will be the best story. But let's say you don't have any personal experience. So what you can do instead is ask others or your past clients how they solve their problems. Then simply borrow their story. So in my case, I'm his ideal clientele. So I basically just use my up and down journey, finding good insurance as the relatable story. Because I know a lot of people are having the same problems. I know my story is super relatable to a lot of people. Great. Now you got the story. Let's put this message and story into action. Step number 4, outlining your YouTube video. The structure of a good story always follows the same pattern. So I have a diagram here. It starts with you introduce the relatable problem, and then you have a rising action or friction, and then there's a climax or turning point, and then there's a resolution, which is your takeaway or lesson learned, and finally it's the call to action. In our case, is to fill out that form. Okay? So outlining the plot of your YouTube video is like super critical because it avoids you from rambling and it keeps the audience engaged throughout the video. So bonus, if you expand the content within each of these points, you just created a blog post. So ditch whatever you learn about writing from school, write the blog as how you speak. Here's an example of my blog post. Look how long it is. And then the form is all the way down here. Now that you have your script ready, it's time for lights, camera, action. Step number 5, record your YouTube video. So this is where the rubber hits the road. And if this is your first video, I bet you'll have a mad case of stage fright. So here are some of my tips to make confident and engaging YouTube videos, even if you've never talked to a camera before. So number 1, talking to a camera like how I am right now, if you just stare at the lens, could be very terrifying. So you got to imagine this camera right here that I'm looking at. It's not a camera, but it's my best friend that I'm meeting at a cafe or dive bar, whatever, a social setting. Now imagine this person that I'm talking to right now is listening to my story. I'm telling the story to this guy or girl. So use the script that you've done before to guide you to stay organized. And once you have recorded, get it edited and design a catchy thumbnail. Number 5, upload the thing on YouTube and make sure you put the link to the form in the description. Here's the actual YouTube video that I posted. All right, you've come this far. Excellent job. However, it takes some time for YouTube videos and blog articles to generate organic views. Is there a way that we can quickly get views and leads? Yes, there is. Let's move on to step number 6. Create a Twitter thread. Okay, you've come this far. Congratulations again, 98% of your competitors have given up at stage 1. Okay, so pat yourself on the back. In this step, I'll share my little secret to cash in on short-term traffic. It's called Twitter threads. Okay, so you already have the blog post or script. So all you got to do is extract information out of that and turn that into a Twitter thread. So here's an example. The hook was legendary. It grabs people's attention and I got 576,000 views. Are you nuts? With that kind of numbers, some should convert into leads and customers. Come on. Finally, step number 7. Watch the leads roll in. So the Twitter threads get short-term viral leads, but dies off about 24 hours, while the YouTube and video blog posts capture long-term organic leads. So a truly potent marketing combo. So just keep an eye out on your form and website. Make sure nothing breaks, especially in the sudden influx of traffic. So imagine your booking form looking like this. This is my email when that tweet went viral. It's crazy. Imagine this is your leads. Okay, so let's recap what we've learned in the takeaway section right now. Step number 1, the client's pain points. Step number 2, set up your funnel. Step number 3, identify your relatable story. Step number 4, outline your YouTube video. Step number 5, record your YouTube video. Step number 6, create a Twitter thread. Step number 7, watch the leads roll in. Okay, so there you go. These are my exact steps you can replicate to get warm leads for your business too. So if you don't have time to do this, if you need help with getting more inbound leads, book a free call and let's talk. Link in the description below. I have many other case studies, so make sure you watch out for those. Again, my name is Helmi, the YouTube Funnels Guy. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.